Raise your hand if you have ever cried just because you were feeling so powerful. For those who didn't raise their hand, don't worry, still a long way to go. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, all the judges, and my dear guest. When I was 18 years old, in my first year of engineering, I'd missed all the distractions that I was involved in. I found this very interesting and knowledgeable social media platform called Quora. And after spending a lot of time on Quora, I learned that there's one thing common among all highly successful people. They all underwent multiple failures in life. After reading that, I felt like a failure. I couldn't think of any significant failure in my life. I had fared so well. I was good at academics, I was good at sports. And all the things that I wasn't good at, I didn't used to do them. Fast forward 6 years later, I was in my 6th year of engineering. Yes, it was a 4-year course only. But I had flunked in so many courses that God's honest truth, I still do not have a count, even though I'm good at maths. After some reflection, I found out that there's one thing that I don't want to do, and that is anything to do with engineering and a desk job. I have no idea what I wanted to do, but I knew what I did not want to do. I asked myself this very important question: what does success mean to me? And for me, success was simply doing what I love to do and living a happy, peaceful, and a fulfilling life. Then I asked myself, what makes me happy? What makes me come alive? And 3 things came up: mountains, new experiences, and some sort of physical activities. Basically something to do with travel. After doing some research, I found out that there is one perfect job that would provide me all of these 3 things. And it was the position of assistant track leader at India Heights. I applied at India Heights. And they asked me, why do you want to join India Heights? And I told them, since my childhood, I have been a very adventurous kid. And being outdoors, being in the mountains thrilled me like anything. After 2 writing rounds and 1 Skype interview, I was selected for the final round of interview, which was a 4-day interview at their homecom office in Dehradun. I went to Dehradun. In those 4 days, I was tested mentally, physically, decision-making skills, and tracking knowledge, and it all went smoothly. Except one thing. One thing neither I was prepared for nor I expected. One thing that I had always ran away in my life. As a track leader, you are supposed to give briefing where you have to speak for 30 to 45 minutes before the start of every track, where you talk about track itinerary, things to carry, safety instructions, etc., etc., etc. In my mock briefing, I fumbled. I wasn't loud and clear. I was very, very, very nervous. And no matter how much I was looking forward to run freely in the mountains, witness the breathtaking sunset and sunrises, and sleep under the sky filled with stars, I wasn't selected. The trainer said that technical skills can be improved, but public speaking just comes naturally. A day later, I was traveling back from Dehradun to Chandigarh. And I was in a Volvo, and I was thinking of why I wasn't selected and what to do now. What will I do? I still don't know what to do. I was sitting by the window, I was looking outside, and I was listening to music in my headphones, and I broke down. I started crying. However, I wasn't crying because I did not get selected. I was crying because I was feeling so powerful. All my life, I had ran away from public speaking. I was so scared that even the thought of doing something against public speaking was scary and uncomfortable for me. In that moment, I realized that this is exactly what I needed in order to come to terms to face my biggest fear, public speaking. I went back and all the people in my life were very curious to know about what happened, and I told them honestly that I wasn't selected and I have a desire to work on public speaking. And after that, I had read so much about failure in theory, that failure is fuel, failure is feedback. But it was the first time that I was experiencing it. It's one thing to read about failure in theory, and it's another to embody it. What if failure and success are just part of the same coin, just two sides of the same coin? What if success is not possible without success? You know what's common? Why all highly successful people have multiple failures? Because simply they have the most number of attempts, and no attempt can ever be failure. No attempt can ever be a failure. Thank you.